The sip and smile is a big thing in commercials, along with the bite and smile. The sip and smile, and I've not mastered it, but I'll give it a shot right now.
So it's a caffeine-infused, all-natural flavoring fruit beverage?
Honey? Where's my normal iced tea? Okay. But you know how I like my iced tea?
It's kind of good.
Wow!
That's really good.
Sweetheart? I think there's a new sheriff in town.
Brace yourself for Cheermageddon.
Talk to me, George.
Looks like doorbusters.
Hey, Bob, you see Kyle's new rocket launcher?
Yeah.
At some point, everyone's been at the corner.
It may seem strange, but people really can love their laxative.
Hello, Uncle Rupert.
It doesn't look like a Buick.
That's no Buick.
Let's put it to the test.
Yep.
Right. I can feel it, huh? Corner.
I don't know what makes anyone good at commercial acting, because I'm gonna level with you. I don't think I'm that good at commercial acting. Like, I'm literally surprised every time I book one.
I can only speak for myself, but I know the reason I mostly book jobs is because I have a freakishly genuine joy in my eyes.
Connect through the lens to the listener, the viewer. The ability to do that is what makes good commercial acting.
I mean, there's people who, you know, they become the next big thing in a couple days and then they fade away, and there's some people who work at it for 20 years and then finally get a break. There's something kind of cool about just a steady stream of work, and commercials definitely help you with that.
Wendy's, the role is farmer, rancher, not the stereotypical labor owner, upper level, but work clothes, dirty, having worked all day. All right, farmer, okay. How's that? Well, you know, I want to be on a series, I want to do big films, I want to, huge national commercials. Those are my expectations.
But then you come to LA and you realize, like, even to get an audition for a pilot like Friends is a dozen years off. Then it became, how do I make a living at this?
I didn't really want to do commercials because I didn't understand that that's really how guys like me make a living.
I wanted my career to be one in the movies.
For me, making it is the longevity of working.
Making it means that the people in the business know who I am and like me and want to work with me.
No, I think contrary to what might be popular belief, I don't think making it has anything to do with fame.
To just be at a place where I only had to act and could afford not to do anything but act.
Where you can go, you know what? I do not have to be at Red Lobster tonight for my 6 to 11 shift.
I think when you're an actor, you're either the guy who's on television that people are like, oh my God, you're on the Magic TV box. Or you're some sort of Dickensian peasant character who is begging for just like one morsel of food, sir.
My favorite part about auditioning, does anyone like auditioning? I don't think I like auditioning.
People who aren't in this business always say to me, oh my God, you're always going on a job interview.
My least favorite part of auditioning is putting 3 changes of clothes in my car and driving around this town all day.
Driving around to the auditions, and more specifically, parking.
You get to these auditions, you get to the casting house, and you're not allowed to park in the lots. No actors allowed, and there's many times, and we may see it here, I think they have one here, no actors allowed in the lot.
I'm probably going to change on the street, but I am going to wait for these kids to go by, and then I'm going to change.
The goal and expectation in beginning in commercials was just to, get out of the workaday grind.
My goals and expectations were to be the next Eddie Murphy. How they've changed, he became a star at 19, I'm 44, so now I want to be the Eddie Murphy at 45.
I just got an audition, well, I should be real, I got it a few hours ago, but it's for same day today, and it's, which is really good because it's super close by, and that pretty much determines my mood
The people who aren't in this business always say to me, my God, you're always going on a job interview.
Absolutely get nervous for auditions. I think keeping in mind that a lot of it is out of my hands helps take that pressure off.
If I really want the job, I'm really nervous because I make the stakes too high.
The best advice I ever got was, don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you. And then the second best advice I had...
Follow that advice?
Of course not.
There was a period in my life when I got very cynical. You know, what is this 20-year-old judging me? What the fuck?
So sometimes you'll go through 30 or 40 auditions and you're just fucking tanking and you can't realize. And that rejection takes a toll on you mentally after a while.
When you're in 7th grade and you like a girl and you go up to her and tell her, hey, I like you, she either tells you yes or no, and then you kind of know the answer. In Hollywood, you audition for things and then you don't hear yes or no. It just disappears into the ether of the universe. So it's like you asking that girl, do you like me? And her telling you nothing, just staring at you for 6 months until you see her kissing another boy.
I usually do say a quick prayer because I just like to. It doesn't need to be like, oh, you know, long. I'll just literally just take a breath. I'll thank God that I get to do what I actually like to do. And I will just ask him that I can be present and enjoy myself and stay connected to him. And then I usually go in. Whew! All right.
I remember going into this woman's office. She was doing a crossword puzzle on her paper. She did not look up. She did not know my name. She said, go.
I literally had to stop at one point, like, oh, let me start. And she was like, okay, take a breath. And that's always the worst. You're done there. You're toast. So it's like, she was like, take a breath. I was like, okay, well, I'm not booking this clearly.
Well, I like an audition where I feel like I can do a really nice little performance.
For commercials, unlike theatrical TV stuff, I love where you sort of, the spontaneity of it, you don't kind of know what's going to happen until you get in the room.
People rag her up. They're like, oh, she thinks she's funny. She's doing that business, you know? And you're like, no, I really like, I'm out there doing the thing, you know, working my booty off.
The tricks I use in an audition, I think you would get a kick out of this. The eyebrow, which this has made me a lot of money. I don't know why, but, or just.
I like to talk to the people behind the camera. I'll pick somebody out of the room and be like, what's your name? Hey, Joy, nice to meet you. Oh, what are you, you're in the art department? Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and audition now. Hope you like what I do.
When you have multiple auditions and they want you to dress differently for each audition, you try to find the Venn diagram of the one outfit that sort of fits all the different requirements so that you only have to wear one outfit. I have to be a metal detector guy on a beach. And I don't have a metal detector guy outfit. I had to put together one of those outfits of what would a crazy person who spends his time on a beach with a metal detector look like?
I care about doing my stuff, going in there, doing the best I can do. I walk up with my head up high, my chest up like, that was good, man, I've done my job.
As you learn the game and you learn your craft and you figure out what they want, you try to give them what they want. Sometimes they don't know what they want. You got to tell them.
I'm not in charge of what I book. I just book, the things that come to me. What happens if you don't book the things that come to you?
I just really try not to be too fearful, but I think everybody has a fear that they'll never work again.
There's a part of me that wishes I believed firmly in the fact that I will always work, but there's a fear in me that is afraid that I won't.
Especially after you get a job. It's like, well, that's it. That could be it. And then you don't get a phone call for a long time, and then you're like, that's it. It's over.
Instead of being the funny 30 or 40-year-old, someday I'm gonna be the funny 60-year-old, and the parts are gonna dry up, and that'll be that. And then I guess I'll be a greeter at Walmart.
Well, you don't want to look back at the end of your life and consider yourself a second banana. You want to really, do something meaningful.
Like if I look back and I go, I worked, I did a lot of stuff, and I met a lot of people, but there's no, You need something to hang your hat on.
I have a lot of friends who have been in it as long as I have, who have never made a living at it, and they get so bitter about it. You know, and I ask them, would you do it again? They're like, absolutely not. This is brutal.
You need to learn how to care less about caring. That means the idea of an audition is to get the job. But wanting the job is what gets in the way.
Listen, it takes a toll on you mentally. You're an independent contractor. You never know where your next check is coming from. But still, to this day, there is no bigger high I get than booking a job or rocking an audition.
How'd it go? I think it might have been the greatest audition I've ever given.
If I had to do it all over again, I would go into acting.
I love working as an actor. It's just fun.
I haven't had to have a straight job in 30 years.
I can't imagine my life any other way. I love it. I really have had a great time.
I get to call myself a professional actor, so I would still do it.
It's not going to be the exact path that you thought, but it's going to be even better, and you don't have to worry as much. It's going to be unbelievable.
It was good. It's good enough for something else to happen. So, but I wouldn't be like, yeah!
The highlight is the booking. That's like the pinnacle.
It would be great if your whole career could just be phone calls saying you got the job and then you didn't have to go anywhere.
There's an old joke, you know, how you make an actor unhappy? You give him a job.
Filming it, oh my God, filming. Oh my God, just shoot me in the face.